What's up, everyone? I hope you all are having yourselves a blessed day. And in this video, my fiance and I try to get this desktop a white marble look. It didn't come out the way we wanted it to, so we somewhat consider it a failure. But the positive thing is that we learned from it, and the next time we attempted it, it came out much better. So the first mistake we made was using spray paint as the primary base coat. We should have used a primer, or if I was going to use spray paint, I shouldn't have been lazy and I should have sanded the surface to get better adhesion. Since it wasn't sanded, that glossy spray paint did not adhere well to the satin finish that was already on that desk. The look we were trying to achieve was a white base, was a white pearl with black veins and red and bronze accents. Here we're mixing up the pigments. That white cup is full of resin. There's a pretty big batch of resin, and I'm pouring out little samples so that we can mix in the pigment. The pigment actually worked really well with the resin. I think we just used too low of a concentration in each of the colors that we decided to use. Also, you can see that that red isn't really red, it's more pink. So when we mix that out, we try to add some of the black to darken it up. That didn't work, it just made like a dark purple, dark magenta type color. Also, another mistake I made was I didn't use enough resin, nor did I use enough pigment in that white cup that I'm mixing up. The white cup was going to be our base coat of resin, giving us that white marble effect. I didn't use enough of that, and I did not use enough pigment, so it came out really transparent and not opaque like we wanted it. Since it was transparent, you could see that bad job that we did on the base coat underneath it. Also, towards our bottom left corner, you can see that black speck. That's because we accidentally scratched up some of the paint. And like I said, it didn't adhere well. The resin that we decided to go with is the brand Famo Wood, or Famo Wood, however you pronounce that. And it comes out pretty thick, high viscosity. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but I've seen in other videos, the resin that they use seems to be a little bit more fluid. Another mistake we're making right here is the veins that we're laying in. They are way too similar to one another. They're way too similar in the direction. They're all going the same direction, and they're too similar in the width and overall thickness of them. The accent colors I'm laying in, they don't really match that well. They don't go together that well. And overall, it just looks too systematic. It doesn't look natural enough. Even though we weren't necessarily going for a real look, the look that we got just does not look that good. Here's where I say that resin was thick. I don't know if it's because it was thick that you can see these brush marks in the finished product. I don't know if it was more fluid, if it would have settled out a little better and you wouldn't be able to see all these vertical brush strokes when it finished. Or I don't know if that's just user error. I don't know if I should have used a different pattern to get it all to sort of level out. But with that thick resin, I do feel like it levels out really well. It gives you a smooth finish and almost gives you a perfect mirror-like reflection. There's no waves or divots. I should try with another brand of resin to see what kind of results I should get or could get. But Famo Wood so far has served me well with other projects. So here you can see that perfect or near perfect mirror finish I was talking about. There's no waves or divots in that reflection. Here you can see that bad job we did on the underlying base coat. You can see it because the base coat was bad, and also because there wasn't enough white pigment in there to get an opaque finish. Also don't like how all the grays look about the same color. There's no variation in color. Down towards the bottom is where it looks the best in my opinion. There's a high concentration of pigment, giving a nice pearlescent metallic finish. black pigment looks nice too. There's different colors you can see in there. I can see the greens and blues reflecting in there pretty nicely. So overall, my fiance doesn't think it looks that bad. I think it looks terrible. So we ended up redoing it, but it's not a total failure because we were able to learn from it. So I hope you all learned something as well, and you have yourselves a blessed day.